CWSFL is back. We get the casual draft night here from the Around the World Sports Network. Man, we got some old heads in the booth here tonight for us as we get ready to see the prospects, hear their name called in the Season 12 casual draft. As we got Jay Woods with us, a two-time Gold Bowl winner with the Pharaohs back in the day, way back in the day. Ready to see what's happening here. Then we got little Johnny, former teammate too with Jay, but man, Johnny was a journeyman. Got him a few rings too, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. We got some great prospects, 40 prospects here that are ready to hear their name called, find out where they're getting to go. Gonna be an amazing first round. Can't wait to see how that one plays out. We got the Bermuda Blackguard on the clock with the first overall pick. It's gonna be interesting to see who they choose to go with. New general manager there taking over, and Kay Perez coming over from the Vancouver Lancers. Got that championship DNA in him now.
Yeah, they also got that MVP too.
Tom Brady Jr. Some are trying to hate on the MVP from him, but he's got it. You can't take it away from him. He won it.
Hey, Tom Brady joined the fat god, man.
That's
here we
crazy.
go. They're on the clock now.
That's crazy. Draft has officially begun.
What are you thinking? Maybe a little defensive pick, maybe. Try to post up that defense.
The Blackguard, last few drafts, you would have thought, well, they need anything. They could go anywhere. But the offense is looking pretty good now. So it's going to be crazy to see how this one plays out.
I feel like they're going to take some defense.
Not sure who they're going to choose, but it looks like the pick is coming up right about now, and it's Zachary James.
Oh,
wow, two-time
linebacker.
Zachary James was the 7th overall pick in the Season 11 draft to the Berlin Hellhounds. Now look at that. Contract issues happened. Now he's the first overall pick in Season 12 to the Blackguard.
Hopefully they don't forget to sign him again, man. He's going to join Lucas Powers in that linebacker room over in Bermuda.
I wonder what they thought in Zachary James that made them so intrigued to pick him. But I'm waiting to see what they got going on for him.
We got the Bangkok
I'm gonna see these
Pandas.
Pandas.
Gonna be interesting.
They had a couple of retired players, so they're gonna have to fill in these gaps here with this draft.
Gonna be a new look coming from the Pandas next season.
They need a D-line, a quarterback. Now that Jay Money's gone.
Going to be interesting to see, like you said, D-line. They're really going to need a defensive lineman. They're going to need a QB. Wow, look at that. Money Jr. The quarterback is crazy.
Oh, hell no.
Crazy to see. He's coming in here as a quarterback, but it's not likely that he will stay a quarterback as he's really an athlete. You can see him play in any position. Maybe you'll see him coming off the edge next season.
I like to pick for the Pandas. They needed some quarterback. They needed a quarterback. His dad was legend for the Pandas, so I feel like this is a good fit for them.
We got the Pharaohs on the clock here.
Under new management as well, another team as well.
New management here. Damian Parrish Johnson retired from GMing. Still going to be a great wide receiver for them, but the general manager role is no longer under him. It's now with Big Saint Laurent Dior. And can't wait to see who he chooses for his first selection.
They definitely gonna need that defense. They already got that offense hit with Lil Siri and those two wide receivers.
Oh, Gunny Jr. Wow. Second generation coming to the CWSFL. Big defensive lineman going down there with Crazy Tomato. Wow, look at that.
This is a good pick right here.
Great pick.
Gunny was a good safety for the Hellhounds. A veteran respected among a lot of people in the league. So I feel like I can't wait to see what his son does in the league as a defensive lineman.
It's going to be a good pick.
Yeah, he's going to play with his dad's teammate as well. And Embori Phelps also made the move there recently, so it's going to be good.
Sao Paulo is coming on the clock for the 4th overall pick here. First round, almost halfway through. Sao Paulo is also under new management. LaQuisha Raquan, former Pharaoh, coming over to the Pumas under the new GM's role.
They need offense right now. They need offense. They ain't got shit on offense.
They need
That's what they do.
They need a They can kind of go anywhere here, man. They got a lot of spots to fill. And it looks like they're
See
going to
who it
go.
is.
Oh, another Magnus coming to the league. We already got one here. It's going to make it 2. And this time, Lord, big defensive back looking to take a hold of that cornerback 1 spot for the Pumas. Lord is going to be a dog. Couple defensive MVPs in the Prospect Bowl. Interception. Got some crazy comparisons from little Johnny as well.
Hey, he's good. He's good. You know, we've seen how like the Magnus has done in this league. One even got a defensive player of the year, so he's definitely gonna be good.
Pegasus on the clock. Jamari Woods leading the way over that way. Pegasus got a bright future, but everybody been saying bright future for a few seasons now. Future's here now, and it's looking like they're ready to take control of the East. We'll have to see.
Yeah. They're gonna look to bring it together with this pick right now.
Yeah, they're gonna see who's the missing pieces are gonna be filled here in this draft, and it looks like the first one's gonna be Cwsfl Killis Jr. Wow, his family right there. Cwsfl Killis was a top-studded defensive lineman for the Hellhounds. Now we get to see the junior coming over to the Pegasi.
We're gonna see him in blue this season.
He ain't gonna be no joke. He ain't not gonna be no joke. Gonna be tough for offensive linemen to block over there in the East.
Yeah, he's gonna round out that Pegasus defense. They're gonna run that full lineup as well now.
Now we got the Berlin Hellhounds, another team from the East.
Another team under new management as well.
Well, once a power in the league, man. Now under a
they're currently going through a rebuild phase, something we haven't seen from them in a long time. We're gonna see who they're gonna pick here to start this off.
Where do you think they go?
Definitely defense. They lost so many players. Let's see who it is.
TJ Pierce, shut down defensive back, man. This dude can play DB, or he can play cornerback. He can play safety. You can put him at either spot. I think he would thrive at cornerback. Just put him there at number 1. He could lock down whoever you need, but he could play either one.
That's a great pick. You know, start rebuilding that defense.
Rumor has it he was working out a lot with Tom Brady Jr. and K. Perez this offseason, so he's been training with some of the best in the league. He's primed and ready for a breakout here in the CWSFL. That is an excellent pick from the Hellhounds. It's going to be tough for
Houston's on the clock now.
In the East.
Houston Stags, man, they're making some big-time moves here in this offseason. They're going to look to put the final touches on their team here with this draft.
I can't wait to see how Houston makes this selection. And it looks like it's going to be defensive back Alex Stain. Not sure if he'll be staying defensive back for them, as they have a pretty good defense right now for the Stags. They need more front 4 guys on that D line.
Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. This is the 6th DB on their roster right now, so
this might be one of those situations where instead of just drafting with the position of need, you draft best available, and you try to work with it.
Maybe they want them to compete, you know?
Right? Yeah.
Maybe he has what they want.
Now,
like all line.
Now we got the Bangkok Pandas on the clock. Only team with 2 first-round picks here in this draft. We're going to see where they choose to go here, as they went J Money Jr., a quarterback earlier in this one.
Now they just need to round this out with defensive line now.
Wow, they go another quarterback here, Joe Burrow.
Oh no!
Unreal here. 2 quarterbacks here to get things going. Rumors have it though that J Money Jr. will be coming off the D line, but nothing official there, and Joe Burrow will be taking the snaps from quarterback. But we'll see how it plays out.
J Money's here. Don't have to about that.
Hey, we might have a quarterback battle.
Yeah, we'll have to see how everything plays out now, but could be something interesting. Minnesota Polar Bears on the clock.
Minnesota Polar Bears.
Came up short against the Lancers. Yeah, came up short, man, in the Gold Bowl. It's tough. Little Johnny's Lancers. Your former team, man, he retired with them.
See if they can
Wow.
get a good pick here.
Unknown Safari Jr., a big-time receiver. They got wide receivers. So we look at this, I guess, more as what? Drafting best
I don't know
available
about
versus
this
best
one.
position or a position
You
of
also
need.
see that, you also see that Ivan Vontae is also, he's starting to slow down a little bit. Maybe he's planning for the future here.
It could be. There's a lot of options here. That's just drafting the best available player right there and getting it done. Now we're here for the 10th overall pick. The last pick of the first round would be home
Yeah,
to
let's see what is.
the Vancouver Lancers, but they have lost their first round pick due to tampering. So we will not see them making a selection here. That is tough. Remember, folks, do not tamper.
Why did y'all let him cook?
But so far, the first round has been great. It's coming to an end now. Second round will begin started shortly. We've seen 9 amazing players here selected in the first round. Started off with Zachary James, 2-timer here in this now in the draft. First overall pick to the Black Guard. Going to be a force on that linebacker unit.
Yeah, I mean, this round one definitely some great picks. Some picks greater than others, some might just not even fit, but overall it's a great draft.
Oh, Jay Wood over there, man, was making some faces when he heard some of these names called out of some surprise, man. What do you got? What do you got for us now?
I think that's
crazy. That's crazy. Staying quiet now, huh?
It is what it is.
It had him shook, man. Like, words can't come out after he saw those picks.
That is crazy. I guess he's just gonna let it play out, let the careers do the talking. But first round was a lot of fun. 9 great prospects, already heard the names off the board. Still got a whole lot of them ready, waiting to hear and find out where they get to go. Vancouver Lancers lost the last pick in the first round. They lost their first. They did trade up. They got the Blackguard second round pick, so they'll be the first team on the clock here to get us started for the second round. Will be interesting to see where they choose to go here. It's going to be a lot of fun seeing where this second round plays out and who's going to be getting their name off the board. But we got the Vancouver Lancers, 2-time Gold Bowl, back-to-back, 20 game win streak, something like that crazy. Not a whole lot of spots they need, so it's going to be interesting to see where they draft and who's going to take that spot. Anybody can go here.
This pick coming from the K Bears, Tom Brady Jr. drafts trade, so it's gonna be interesting how they cash this out.
What? Veronica K?
Why ain't no way, boy?
That's crazy.
Ain't no way.
That is crazy. Vancouver Lancers picking up Veronica K.
They really picked up the reporter. That's crazy.
Wow. Talk about the best media team in the CWSFL coming in next season. Veronica K is going to be ready to rock and roll. Listed as a running back for whatever reason. We'll see if we have a 3-back set.
Hey, there might be
rotation. Who knows?
Competition for the 2 spots, but we'll see.
It's going to be interesting. Ghana Gazelles now are on the clock. Their first selection in this draft. They were in a struggle last season. But they
finished in ninth place.
They need
ninth place, 1-9. They gonna need to get some improvements. Roster's looking empty.
Looks like they're gonna go with Jermichael, a defensive back coming in ready to rock and roll. He's a shutdown man. Throw him at cornerback 1 and let him do his thing. You can leave him on an island if you need to.
Yeah.
He's a lockdown man.
Yeah, they're gonna have that duo of Ja and Drew Davis there at that DB position.
It's gonna be nasty.
Farrers are now back up on the clock, man.
Pharaoh.
Already taking a D lineman. See what they pick him. I think they should stick to the defense, build that defense out. You already got them weapons on offense.
Pharaohs, man, making a second pick here in this draft. They went with Gunny Jr. earlier. defense is where they've been letting it be known that they're headed, and that's where they're headed with this one. Terrell Simmons, big linebacker coming in. Looks like probably going to replace that LaQuisha Raquan spot they lost. Terrell Simmons is going to be a hard hitter, man.
He's going to join a very, very good linebacker core with Taj Littlewood and Lord Gold there.
Cannot wait to see how this pick plays out over the next few seasons. It's looking like it's going to be a good one. A great second round selection here by the Pharaohs. Now the Cwsfl Pumas are back on the clock for their second pick here in the draft. They got 2 second rounders as well. They'll be back up for pick 18. Few picks down, but right now they're here and they're ready to fill out a lot of pieces that they need.
Yeah, they already picked up a DB in Lord Zarek, so maybe they're gonna go offense. Maybe they're gonna fill out their defense. Let's see what they do.
And it looks like the Cwsfl Pumas are going to select Zach Bodie, a 2-timer here in this draft. Went in the second round last year to the Berlin Hellhounds. Contract negotiations just never really seemed to happen with either side for whatever reason. But now Zach Bodie was entered back into the draft, and the Pumas select him in the second round. Going to be a big spot to fill from Tyler Hellman if Bodie gets on contract, but it could play out to be an amazing opportunity for both teams.
We got some big shoes to fill there with Tyler Hellman. As I see the side now back on the clock. Already taking D lineman into playground K. See what they do with this pick here. We got some positions to fill out. They need a kicker, maybe an O-lineman, maybe a wide receiver.
Pegasite, man, I'm not sure who they're gonna select here because they don't need a whole lot. They don't have a whole lot of holes to fill, but it's gonna be great to see. Oh, wow!
Oh,
interesting pick here, Bo Nuts.
They go for running back, Bo Nuts.
Looks like they might be running.
Might be a little bit of a running back battle, 3-man running back battle, similar to the Lancers.
They got a third-string running back here in the second round. They have 2 second-round picks.
Philip Everest and Kyle White.
And they have 2 second-round picks, and they traded one of them for, they have 2 second-round picks. And one of them they traded with the Lancers to get, but this one they used to get Bo Nuts. Wow, so we'll have to see how that next one plays out for them. But Berlin's on the clock right now. They're ready to make another selection. GMX is ready to make his second pick here in this draft. Again, another team that has some holes to fill, especially on the defensive side.
On that defense, yeah. Should go for a defensive pick here. Maybe start filling out that D-line that they've lost.
This is a sleeper pick for a lot of teams. Not on the radar for many, but Berlin had them high on the board. And Yeezus Fields is headed to Turkey Field next season. He's going to the Hellhounds.
Hey, that's a great pickup. You know, they lost one of their running backs to the Panthers in free agency. You know that they love to use that fullback as well. Yeezy Fields is going to fill that position great.
Pumas are on the board here with this one. Originally got the pick from the Houston Stags, but the Pumas are on the here to make a selection. And interested to see what they're going to fill this one out with. Remember, they got that pick earlier in this draft. They got Zach Bodie on the offense. And then before that, they went with Big Lord as a defensive back in the first round.
Let's see what they got.
Wow. Turkey Dingleberry's replacement in LaMarcus Babytron.
They're going to start filling out their offense now. We're going to get their wide receiver 1 option rookie, LaMarcus Babytron. Still didn't got a quarterback, though. But they still got a couple picks left. Maybe they'll pick him up later in the round.
Maybe they're looking for their Brock Purdy down the road.
Yeah. That little steal pick that we saw a couple seasons ago when they got Dominic Maupin last pick, Stags. Maybe they try and do that as well.
Now the Gazelles are on the clock. They got this pick from the Pandas as part of the Pandas trading up for the second overall pick. But the Gazelles are ready to make their second selection. Another team that has a lot of holes to fill. They got a lot they need to choose from. options are limitless. Man, they got. I mean, they got a lot here, and looks like they're gonna pick a wide receiver. Yay! Wow, speedy fella.
Yeah, wide receiver. I don't know about this pick. They already got 2 wide receivers in Quan Brown and Tyrone Collins. He's gonna join that wide receiver room. There's definitely other positions available that they probably should have gone for, but nevertheless, they go with Ye, the wide receiver.
I guess they're trying to give Mike Big Jr. as much help as possible going into year 2. You want to see that year 2 leap. I guess they're hoping by adding another skill position they can make sure that happens as best it can.
So we go back to the Minnesota Polar Bears now. On the clock.
Now that came up short last season. They don't have a lot they need on the offense. Headed more towards the defense. So what are they going to choose here? Wide receiver
or maybe
in
an
the first
offensive
round.
lineman, get that protection. Maybe even a kicker after they
It looks like they're going to check.
their previous kicker left.
They're going to check Sayer Jackson III. Wow.
Another wide receiver. 4
Two.
wide receivers now.
2 of them here selected in this draft. You gotta think somebody's not playing wide receiver next year, man. Somebody's not gonna do it. I mean, we're not gonna. It's not.
Someone might
official
need
yet.
Someone might be on the McDonald's.
Somebody read the Daily Bruin today.
Fire plan and get them on that O line.
Somebody grab the Daily Bruin today, man. What does it say? Who's switching now? But it looks like for the last pick here in the second round, it's going to be the Argos Pegasus on the clock. Like I said earlier, they got the selection for the Vancouver Lancers. They picked Bo Nuts earlier. He's going to look like he's going to be a third string running back going to the Pegasus. What are they going to do here with this pick, man? I mean,
yeah. I mean, they got
knows
this
now?
pick from a trade a couple seasons ago as well when they traded the draft rights to Kool-Aid Jammer.
Steph Curry!
Oh, ain't no way!
Oh!
QB!
Wow!
He was lights out in these prospect games.
It's crazy to hear. Steph Curry said he got tired of playing basketball. He has always been a Pegasus fan, but here's what's nuts. He got tired of interception. Throwing the ball to the other team. He said, forget it. Steve, I'm out. Look at him. Now he's here with the Pegasus. He's going to turn L interception to L unemployed. We're going to see how it plays out because we got a QB battle going into season 12 here in Argos. Woo! East is going to be crazy next year.
That rounds up the second round, though.
Who would have thought,
Great
man?
pick. Great pick. I mean, some of them, though.
Who would have thought? Pegasus get 2 backups.
Back up in third string Bo Nuts and backup QB and Steph Curry. Maybe they know something we don't.
But I will say there was a great pick in there with Zach Bodie going to the Pumas. Related to Nathan Bodie, probably future Hall of Famer. Bangkok Panda, great. Now he's got the Zach Bodie going to the Pumas. Man, if they can sign a contract, if they can get a deal made, could be Rookie of the Year next year. That's an early call, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bermuda Blackguard now here. Back-to-back picks.
We've seen 20 amazing prospects. Hear their names called. Can't wait to see how the next 10 are going to fall here in the third round as Bermuda will get us started here. As like you said, they got back-to-back, so they got a lot of options here.
Let's see, he's going to be joining Zachary James here.
I haven't made a selection since that first overall pick. Looks like they're going to select Antonio Brown Jr. Woo! That's a crazy one right there.
That's an interesting pick. They already got 3 wide receivers on the roster as well. So someone's switching.
Antonio Brown might be taking that CTE to the defense. He might be laying the boom instead of taking the boom. Can't wait to see who the Blackguard pick with their next selection. They need the defense, man. The offense is fine. They don't need to worry about it. They got an offense.
You got one of the best wide receiver options in the league right now, and you got the MVP at a quarterback. You don't really need that much more. Let's see what they're gonna pick here.
They got Umar at running back going into the third season. Get to the defense, man. There's no need to keep playing around with the offense here if you're Bermuda. And it looks like they're going to select Ray Jennings, a running back.
They are not listening to us.
Ray Jennings was spotted earlier here in the outside the draft. He's here in the green room, but he was getting interviewed talking about he wants to go to the best situation for him to allow an opportunity for running back number 1. Well, not sure how that's going to play out, but Ray Jennings is a great prospect, though.
There's definitely room for competition, though. You know, Ray Jennings, very, very talented player. I think he could get the job.
I think so as well. Now the Pharaohs are back on the clock. Can't wait to see who they choose to go here with the 3rd pick. They think 2 great selections on the defense with their first 2 rounds. They hopefully can continue to add to it here. Because, man.
Yeah, that's defense. When you're starting to put these pieces together that they've been doing this offseason, starting to look a little bit scary.
It's going to be a lot of fun seeing a Cameron Locke go out the defensive back now, as they've added that to go with Gunny Jr. and Terrell Simmons, man. Another rookie. They've got one at all 3 levels now. You get to see Cristiano Ronaldo going up with Cameron Locke next season.
Damn. And you got the experience as well at that position with Ratgard there. They're going to get that good mentoring as well. They're going to be
veteran.
Stars of the future.
Veteran signing looks even better now since they'll have some mentors. Get to mentor the mentees. But the Pumas are on the clock. Still no quarterback.
Yeah, they need to work on that offense now. There's still some great QB options. There's Ash Asherton. You got Jackson Graves, George Garcia as well. Come on, you got to pick a quarterback.
Looks like the Pumas are going to select Jackson Graves.
Oh, there it is. They got a quarterback of the future.
Pumas got their guy right there. They didn't feel like they needed to reach in this draft and go early and get quarterbacks. They heard that the teams that needed them had them under control. They didn't need to reach. They found Jackson Graves in the 3rd round, and he looks like he's going to be the guy in the future.
He's going to take over from Silent King here at that quarterback position. That is a great pick.
Only up from here for the Pumas. But we got the Hellhounds on the clock here. Back-to-back picks. Can't wait to see how this one plays out for them, as they really need a lot on the defense. So
yeah, they got a lot of gaps from retirements, people leaving in free agency. They're going to have to try to fill this out with some rookies here in this draft.
Who will the Hellhounds be selecting first here with the 25th pick? They're picking up X-Locks, a shutdown defensive back, man. Ooh. Can't wait to see X-Locks pairing up with TJ Pierce, man. That's going to be nasty.
Yeah, second DB that they've picked up, 3rd on the roster. They also got Roberts Burns Woodward. So they're really trying to fill out that secondary. They don't want anyone throwing that over them.
And then now we got them for their 2nd of the back-to-back picks. We'll see who they decide to take here. They got 2 great young DBs for the future now. It's going to be an exciting pair right there. Defense came into the offseason with nothing. It was empty. Not a player on the defense. And it's starting to look like it's going to be all right here for the future.
Starting to put the pieces together. They're able to bring some of their veterans back as well. And now they're just building on that now here in the draft.
And look at that. They're going to continue to add to the defensive back unit as Big Luna is coming to that Berlin defensive back. That Berlin secondary.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun seeing
the Koenig family are
3.
back in Hellhounds.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun seeing those three suiting up back there. In the DB room for Berlin, man. That's going to be a lot of fun for the next few seasons.
It's definitely going to help that pass defense as well.
Now we got the not Berlin. Now we have the Bermuda Blackguard on the clock.
Bermuda Blackguard.
We got the Bermuda Blackguard on the clock after the Berlin's back-to-back. 2 great picks right there by them. Now we get to see a great pick here by the Blackguard. Who's it going to be, though?
They need to work on the defense. It's already built that offense. You've got enough weapons for Tom Brady Jr. to do his thing.
Well, hate to break it to you, because they just went with Ladone Davidson, a receiving tight end. The offense is continuing to get depth. They're adding to it. I mean, we're mic'd up, right? They can hear us, right? I mean,
Tom Brady Jr. He definitely likes his tight ends. He's worked previously with Dallas Dixon as well as Mo Lester. So maybe Tom Brady Jr. came in and made the call for a tight end.
All I'm saying is we've been saying defense this whole time for the black card. Guess there's a reason we're sitting here in the booth, retired players and not GMs. But
they know something we don't, apparently. You know.
Guess this is why we don't have that child, man. We're in the media. But the Pandas are on the clock. Their first selection since the two first rounders they had earlier. They've got 2 quarterbacks in this draft. Well, they only needed 1, but they got 2.
The D-line.
Let's finally see if they
listening to us. Please listen to us on this one.
We've been wrong, but you're finally right. Look at it. Bangkok Pandas are gonna pick up Big Deuce coming onto the defensive line to pair up a Big Derpy, tackled for a loss. Man, gonna be a lot of fun. Him and DD Savage get to join up with Deuce now next season, as they need 2 defensive linemen. They got 1 here in the draft.
Yeah, that's good. You know, especially with Xavier Lincoln and Cletus McGee also leaving the roster. Deuce, great pickup. Finally, they're listening to us. They're tuning into the feed.
They finally turned the mics on, man. Shoot. Looks like the Polar Bears are going to be on the clock here, man. And
hey, Polar Bears just really need to just fill in these gaps. Maybe get an offensive lineman.
Hey, you know, they got a lot of gaps they need to fill. Maybe a linebacker or 2. But instead, they've gone 2 wide receivers here in this draft. Got some people scratching their head as they're gonna go with a Asherton, a quarterback.
Oh, they don't listen to us anymore.
Bye, Parks. Parks and Rex is out of here.
Good Parks. Asherton's coming for your job right now.
That's crazy, man. They shut down the park.
I mean, Cody Parks did have he had a rough last game there in the Gold Bowl. Maybe they're just planning for the future with this pick.
Cody Parks will be remembered in Minnesota for a 3-interception Gold Bowl game.
Oh, that's tough.
He said, nah. Well, it looks like
pack the bags, buddy. You out of here.
You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. Looks like the Ghana Gazelles are going to be on the clock here to end the 3rd round for us. They're coming up here for their 3rd
wide
pick.
receiver and a DB.
Who are they going to make a selection here? And it looks like for the 30th pick here in the season 12 draft, Tank Johnson is headed to Ghana. Another wide receiver continuing to add depth to the defense, which is what's crazy is Tank Johnson was tearing up in prospect games. I think he even got an offensive MVP or something like that in there. Tank Johnson was a beast. So it's crazy to see him going in there.
One of the steals in the draft, even though they, they're going to have to make someone move from wide receiver. I feel like this was the best available type of pick.
It had to be, because even there's a lot of depth at receiver right now, but you got to find a way to get Tank Johnson on the field. The dude is a beast out there. Would hate to see the talent get wasted. But that's the end of the 3rd round. We've seen 30 amazing prospects now. Hear their name called. I got to find out what team they're headed to that they're going to hopefully be suiting up with in season 12. But man, we still got about picks left here, and 1 round left. Let's see what we got headed as we're getting ready to head into the 4th round.
10 more prospects left.
10 more prospects. Well, non-prospects, but rumor has it a few of these teams don't quite know what they're gonna do. So this is gonna be an interesting round, I'll tell you that.
Just got to wait and see, I guess.
Bermuda's gonna get us started. As everybody knows, the end of the draft is always the craziest part of the draft. Anybody can go anywhere. Any trade can happen at any moment. Things are
this really be the part of the draft where you don't really know what you're getting. I mean, you might be getting a talented player, you might just be getting a certified bomb.
You never know. It's always a hidden gem as you get to the last round. Puma's got like 3 fourth rounders. This is gonna be crazy. But Bermuda's getting us started here in the 4th round with Brandon Barber, another running back here headed to Bermuda. It looks like they got 3 of them now suiting up in the preseason. It's gonna be crazy to see how the battle's gonna go. Brandon Barber was kind of a dog there in one of those prospect games, so it's going to be interesting to see if he gets to break out or not as a running back prospect.
Yeah, had the limited minutes, so he wasn't able to really build up that draft stock, but it was a good pick. As we go to Ghana now. Already picked up 2 wide receivers and a DB. Let's see what they can get here. Try and maybe fill out that defense. They've have a lot of gaps. Hopefully they can fill it out with this pick.
Now we got the Gazelles on the clock. Whew. Ken Carson. Wow. Wow.
They know something we don't.
Good pickup. Best available is definitely what this was, because they don't need the wide receiver. So chances are that that'll be a
wide receiver number 5.
Yeah, that was something right there.
When my son was talking about Ken Carson, I was there at the meeting. Ken Carson said he wasn't asking to play any position on the field, so I'm proud of him.
Now the Pharaohs are on the clock here. Well, their last pick of the draft. Let's see. It's been a great draft class here for the Pharaohs. Let's see if they can round it out now.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Rockington, the wide receiver. He's going to be joining that
is that gonna be wide receiver 3?
Yeah, Saint Laurent Dior and Damon Parrish Johnson. Just some two great wide receivers that he's gonna be joining there.
Yeah, final piece of the offensive puzzle, I guess, for the Pharaohs.
Yeah, especially with Jay Sean Blakely leaving last year, they didn't have that wide receiver 3 option. Now the Pumas back-to-back now. There's only wide receivers and QBs left in this draft, so...
Only ones left here in the green room at the CWSFL Season 12 draft, but the Pumas are going to select Chasing Dreams, man. Old school.
Hey, they're going to need a name like that on the roster.
Old school wide receiver entering the league, man. Great prospect, great pickup for the Pumas, but likes to do things.
I also think it's a great fit as well. You know, they're one of the few teams here remaining with picks that actually do need wide receivers. You know, they're giving Jackson Graves them weapons. You know. Let's see the second of the 2 picks here. Probably pick up a wide receiver 3 option. Fill out that passing room there. It's gonna be interesting. We also got Juan Rios there on the O-line, experienced player.
See what they choose to select here.
Into these guys.
Big Rodriguez.
Romeo.
Back to back.
There it is, another wide receiver here. They picked up 3 rookie wide receivers. These guys are gonna have to develop quick.
We've had 4 wide receivers go so far. Now we got the Hellhounds on the clock.
Let's see what they go with. I mean, they already got wide receivers. They've got a QB as offensive lineman. Swanson has switched over to the position. Let's see. Let's see what they go with.
Ha! Ain't no way. A fifth straight wide receiver taken here in the 4th round, and it's Mikey Norris.
Hey, he's gonna have to put in a lot of work this offseason just to even get a position at wide receiver. Else he might have to make the switch.
This guy's got Hunter Renfro comparisons. He'll end up being wide receiver 1 by the end of the season. But we'll see how it plays out.
I mean, they got some older wide receivers in Cooper Jones and Kellen Noble, so maybe that's why they might give him a shot.
Houston Stags are here on the clock for the 37th pick. Not sure what they're going to choose to go for here.
I mean, there's only 2 QBs and a wide receiver left.
And the future for the Stags have always looked bright. It's now time for the Stags to start capitalizing on this thing. They got the missing pieces now through free agency and the earlier pick. So it's, well, you know, what are they going to choose to do? They don't really need much. I guess maybe time they get their backup QB.
I mean, Dominic Maupin, season 7, he's kind of getting old, but he's definitely still got a lot of good years in him. So I don't think they'll be looking for a quarterback here.
Maybe they add to the wide receiver unit.
I mean, they don't got a wide receiver 3.
They could use one. Well, all right, they ran out of time.
Oh, no. They must be sleeping up there in that boardroom.
What's going on with the Stags, man? What's going on? Anybody heard from Yandy? All right.
I think Pumas are gonna come in quick to steal the pick.
Well, maybe we'll hear from the Stags before the draft ends, before everyone gets picked. Maybe they'll get one of them. Who knows? There's 3 prospects left. Hopefully they can.
Looks like the Pumas will.
George Garcia. They said move out the way, Stags. We got George. They hurry and got
Jackson
that.
Gray was walking down the hallway, so he said, "Get out of here, man! We're getting your replacement already."
Shoved him into the wall, man. Somebody's trying to pull him out.
We got another battle. A lot of battles have developed here in this draft. George Garcia, Jackson Graves, 2 QBs going to the Pumas. Let's see who wins the job by week 1. It looks like the Stags still haven't made the pick, so it looks like the Polar Bears will make their selection over them.
Polar Bears.
Someone call Yandy's line. That boy is sleepy.
Yandy. Yo.
Let's see who they pick here, Polar Bears.
The red. They get the red rifle. Mr. Red.
Cody Parks, if you haven't packed your bags now, start packing.
Hit the road, Jack.
In the Polar Bears roster now.
Oh, you come
Second
back?
of the draft.
No more. Hit the road, Jack.
Oh, it's brutal. Maybe you'll stay in the fight for the position, but he's gonna have to convince the fans that he still got it after that performance.
Cody Parks versus Little Johnny Jr. coming live from China.
Crazy. Someone call the Stags. Ghana will jump over them as well as the last pick as well. Looks like Stags will just miss out on their pick entirely.
Maybe the Stags will jump in before the Gazelles get to put their
I
pick
have
in.
news right now. They're both racing to the stadium with their picks. Let's see who's gonna get there first. It's Ghana.
They're gonna pick up Joseph Lama, wide receiver, to end it. They picked up a wide receiver in almost all their picks.
They definitely, I don't know.
Gazelles came into the draft with 2
They
wide
cooking something.
receivers, and they left the draft with 6 wide receivers on roster. If they know something, there's a reason we're in the booth, I guess, because we don't know much. But that'll do it here for the season.
They got us
draft.
food, I guess.
It's been a lot of
Stags,
fun so far.
Stags raced for the pick, but just couldn't get it in on time, I guess.
They hit him with, the Gazelles hit him with that. You got to be quicker than that. But
with that little stuff bomb as well.
but we appreciate everybody watching and tuning in, man. Preseason is getting started here on Wednesday. All the rookies that have been signed to a contract will be immediately into the next preseason game. You got until week 1 to sign a contract, and we'll see you back here for season 13 draft. But
make sure you get that contract as well, like.
Season 12 draft has been a lot of fun. Casual draft night. Around the World Sports Network. We had Jay Wood, Little Johnny, Tina here all in the booth, man. It's been a lot of fun. We appreciate everybody watching and tuning in. Season 12 is going to be a lot of fun, and peace out.